Welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 2. So right now we are currently in the boss, or the area that we fought the Duke's Dear Frasier boss. So if you come back here, once you have the Ashen Mist item that we got in the previous episode, we can now fucking ghost Danny Phantom, move into the ghost zone. I don't know what you'd call it. What did they? Was it called the Ghost Zone? That show was amazing. That is not even relevant. So we are currently in the Dragon Memories. Dragon Memories. One cannot reside within the memory for too long, which does not matter. You have about 5 minutes in here. We won't be spending 5 minutes in here. You have like 5 minutes just to wander around. It's a very interesting looking place. I like how like dark and soulsy it is. I'm just kidding. No, I mean I was just gonna say I like how monotone it looks because it feels like a memory. I mean I assume it's like shut up, not like it matters. Anyways, so with the Ashen item that we got in the last episode, now we can go into the memories of different stuff. Firstly, we need to go here for a reason. I don't actually know if this is required now that I think about it. If you go here, there's this dragon, right? Well, you know, a corpse of a dragon. To be more redundant, it's a dead corpse of a dragon. Basically, we come here and we can get a ancient dragon soul, which you can see right there. If you examine it, you get the ancient dragon soul, and if you examine it a second time, you will exit the area. I was just checking out this dragon, seeing if there's any random items strewn about. As far as I can tell, there's nothing here. Again, I'll reiterate, I do not know if this is required, but it's super easy to get, and I assume the Ancient Dragon Soul would be important somewhere, so it's, you know, why not get it? Anyways, let's examine it again. And now we're going to be going over to this statue, which is in the Forest of Fallen Giants. It's very close to where Pate was in the forest. So if you come over here and examine it, you can now move into the giant, because it's basically a corpse of a giant. And now we're moving into the giant's memories, essentially. So here we are in the memory of Vamar. Again, we cannot reside within his memory for too long, so you only have 5 minutes. I recommend going through this at least twice because there is something you need to check out first. First, let's talk to this guy, which is Captain Drummond, I believe. And this guy has a little bit of a story to tell to us.
You are not one of our soldiers, and I don't take you for a mercenary. Whoever you are, this is no battle to involve yourself in. Whether you are guided by bravery or brashness, this is no place for you. I am Drummond, and the Lord has placed this fort in my hands. Whoever you are, I forgive your trespass, but leave this place immediately. Just mention my name, and no man will challenge your exit. And even if you don't, by now, my men have not the will to resist. Soon, the giants will descend upon this fort. It is revenge for the kingdom's misguided barbarism. The venerable Lord built this kingdom to bring prosperity to his subjects. What has transformed him so, I cannot imagine. Long ago, the king crossed the seas, pillaged the land of giants, and brought back a prize. It was then that the golems materialized. The giants are no ordinary barbarians. A singular rage burns within their hearts. My father and his father both fought the giants on this very land. The giants have wills of steel. find it within themselves to forgive the misdeeds of our Lord. Did you see him? That towering monster among them? That is most certainly their king. He will be a thing to topple. Even if I should die trying. My blade may break, my arrows fall wide, but my will shall never be broken. Those who live by the sword will die by it, and I, Drummond, won't go down without drawing mine. Be gone with you. This fort will soon fall. Be gone before the giants are entirely upon us. Be gone, be gone.
Alright, so that's Captain Drummond, and it's very interesting to hear some more backstory, because we're currently, quote, in the past, in the memories. This is a while back, where the giants and the Drangleic forces, I assume, were fighting in this army. So yeah, if you talk to that guy, do, please, because now, well, firstly, it takes a long time to get through all his dialogue, so, firstly, be careful here, that's a giant, one of them at least, and, the ashen mist has thinned. That meant we've been here for too long, and it's about to kick us out in not too long at all. So, if you talk to him, you're probably just going to want to back out, and then, I mean, just wait the 5 minutes and you'll be kicked out. And you'll be placed right back at the beginning, where you entered, so you can come back in immediately. This giant, I think, isn't too... Oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? I just went, like, full retard there. That was weird. So, we aggroed him once, and now he's waiting for us. He wants us to die. But anyways, if you talk to Captain Drummond up ahead and in this, you know, the next few areas, at least it should, Captain Drummond's forces, basically the human soldiers, won't be aggro to you. They won't fight you. But for whatever reason, I think I accidentally attacked them because they ended up hating me anyways. So, whoops. That didn't. I didn't mean for that to happen, but it just did. So. There's a fire seed there, get that, it's very useful. And now we're out here. There's two guys, one with a giant club, the other guy has a poisony hand, I guess. You like stick it in the toilet and he's trying to like touch your face with it. Not fun. The poisony hand isn't too big of a deal, just try to dodge it. And again, like in anything, you could always just, you know, skip past this part, but also I love the fact that you can backstab them. You just sort of like kick them down and then do the backstab. It's actually really effective. There are items up here, so be sure to go get them. I mean, you don't have to get the items. I mean, it's all subjective. It's up to you. But souls are always nice. So once you've dispatched this area and you're free to move on to this next one, be very careful. So there's a fight going on, and if you rush in here and start attacking, you might screw up and accidentally attack the wrong person. But I ran in to help out by getting a jump on some of this. I think right there I had actually attacked the human soldier. I think that's why later on they attacked me. But if you choose to fight here, be very careful because, yeah, you just saw how much damage I took from the fire. There's guys throwing fire up top, and it's the kind of fire that deals damage over time and not just all at once. So be very careful of that. There's two small giants, and then I believe the bigger one is called an elite. Holy shit, that dude is huge. Like, probably one of the biggest normal enemies we fought so far in this game. I mean, maybe not, but goddamn, they're huge. Maybe the dragons give them a run for the money, but wow. At least, like, height-wise, they're the biggest. These guys aren't too much to worry about, but there's just so many of them, and then the fire doesn't help at all from up above. There's nothing really to be found around here. That looked like a surefire illusionary wall, but it wasn't. You can fight these guys with ranged up top, but And you could also try to fight these giants by bringing them out of the corridor. Nice. That was real solid. Good dodge, Sam. Good job. This fucker. It's a huge club, but he attacks pretty slowly, so you should be able to dodge him. For me, no, I can't. Sorry. So here is option 2. Instead of fighting, being honorable and all that, you could honestly just rush through this place. As you run in here, you'll see them fighting. If you like sprint through here, all the fighting and fireballs will be focused on those human knights back there, and you'll get some extra souls as you run. There's plenty of items around here, but again, if you just focus on sprinting through here, then you get to do this. So basically, there's another elite giant over here with 2 big-ass clubs. I don't know if the bigger or the one he's holding counts as a sword at all, but I'm pretty sure it's a club. They look like he just like grabbed like some pillars out of the ground or something. So right there, he broke the fence, which is useful because now he'll actually try to walk down onto the stairs. And if you get him to do that, then it'll be really easy to do what I'm about to do. Yeah, his shit is powerful. So if you're melee, try not to do what I'm doing. Anyways, I managed to bring him down onto the stairs far enough so that I had enough time to do this. Just rush past him and go over here, quickly examine to get the item, and then examine again to exit the area if that's what you choose to do, and you can just be out of there with no big deal. Now we're here past the pursuer fight. There is another giant soul or giant corpse to go into the memories of, but first Benhart is here from before. Remember, he was stuck waiting to move on towards the forked road and the shaded ruins and all that. So he's talking a bit about his sword and all that good stuff. But anyways, if you talk to Benhart, he will appear inside the memory, and later he will be available to summon in as a phantom, which is very useful because you're going to need phantoms later on. Yeah, I think he's just sort of begging me to kill him. But anyways, he's like, I'll help you, bro, don't worry. So that's good to know. But again, another soul, or another, damn it, fuck, another corpse. I think they're corpses. They look like corpses, which is pretty cool. I gotta love that effect, but ugh, I hate these areas because they're just tough. So now we're in the memory of Oro. In this area, there's a bunch of soldiers of Benhart, or not Benhart's, my bad, Drummond. But for whatever reason, I messed up. And also, we see, I believe, a younger Benhart in here. No, not a younger Benhart. It's just Benhart. Why the fuck is he in the memory? That's what confuses me.
Just remember, I'm always ready.
Like, how is it that he got into the memories while I had to use an item? Does he have the same item? Does he just follow us in afterwards? I'm confused. Regardless, he's just here to chit-chat for a second, but it's honestly not even required to talk to him. If you choose to move on, you can. Alright, so upstairs, right here, this was through the door to the left of him, this guy. So this guy, these guys are tough. They're human soldiers as far as I can tell, but they act more like hollows. I assume they just reused the hollows and made their attack animations a little bit more smooth. Basically, these fuckers are Drummond's soldiers. We aggroed them earlier, or I aggroed them earlier, so they are all mad face. They're all mad, bro. That I would try to attack them. But I have to attack them now, because there's no going back, I'm pretty sure. I don't think a Drummond can make them calm down again. Try not to attack Benhart, because I don't think it would be very fun. But they're super easy, as long as you try not to fight them in these small corridors. In the small corridors, they're not fun. I honestly don't know what the lockstone leads to, because I never had one to use. But I ended up just killing them there. Yeah, none in the inventory. It's probably open up, yeah, illusionary wall right there, but I don't know what it would take us to. Probably items. But if you want to know what that is, you could always check it out, but I can't, so we're just gonna forget about it for now. Moving on, eventually. There's there's an item over here. You should always get Fading Soul. That's nice. Up top, we can find more stuff going on. If I remember right, yes, this brings us outside. So up here, this place, fuck this place. This guy right there is the most amazing shot in the world I've ever seen. Do you see that shit? He was looking away from me, a whole 180 degrees away from me, and turns and just blindly chucks a fireball that nails me right on. Like, good on you, but you're an asshole and I hate you. Anyways, I like this area because randomly people will just die because they're fighting, and you just get souls because of it. I like that. Anyways, yeah, he doesn't like the taste of his own medicine, does he? Jerk. Anyways, he's tough. In terms of tough, I mean, he just kills me. But if you kill him, then all you have to worry about over here is this giant right here. But he's just a melee giant, and I guess his AI fucked up because I was able to just walk up and do that. Sucks to be him, to be honest. Oh yeah, so you can attack this right here, and then it'll make a spin, and I believe this gives you, I don't know, path up? Like, I'm not really sure. And then this guy, I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't care. I don't really know what this whole pulley system is about, but you could check it out. Like, sorry, I didn't explore this area too much. I ended up just opting to exit out the area as soon as I can. Because I finally put two and two together and realized, wait, he's right there. No way, is that easy. Oh my god, it is that easy. We can just sprint over here and grab the soul. Oops, jumped on top of him. We can grab the soul and just exit out. Boom, done. That memory is finished, luckily. So now this is actually through a door this time. So now you have to have the king, the king's ring to open up this door, and this will bring us towards an area I've always seen, but I was never able to get to because I was like, what the fuck is that? How do I get there? There is a bonfire here, which finally is the final bonfire. Finally, the final bonfire for the Forest of Fallen Giants area. It's awesome to finally have all the bonfires lit, I guess. But out here, this is actually up top over the Flame Salamander area, and here is a giant corpse again, and we're gonna go into the memories again, and this is the third and final one. This one is much different because it is a boss fight, so be careful. So firstly, once we go into this memory, which is the memory of Jay, I guess? I'm just going to call it Jay. I recommend summoning in, because this fight can be a little tough, but if you think you can handle it just fine, go ahead. But anyways, Captain Drummond and Ben Hart are both here, as long as you've talked to both of them, I'm pretty sure. They'll both be here. I chose to, you could only choose one of them, by the way, so I went with Captain Drummond. You could actually see he's using the Drangleic armor set, which is really cool. And that's also unfortunate, because that means that Drummond is actually the guy that we got, or the corpse that we got the armor set right over here from, which is sad. Also, if we look up right there, could I grab a soul from there right there? Maybe. If we could have, my bad, but whoopsies. Now that I think about it, whoops, my bad. So this whole area you can just skip through, and Drummond is a badass, so he doesn't even care about the rolling head. That will murderize you if you're standing right in front of it. But if you wait right where I was, you should be good. And holy shit, so this is the Giant Lord. Drummond is dead set on killing the Giant Lord because he has been fighting the Giant's army this whole time. He acts as a basically stronger, better version of the Lost Giant. It's quite possible that the Lost Giant is the same person as this guy, but I doubt it. This guy has a lot of the same moves. He will stomp, he will swipe, but he has a blade this time, so it makes it a lot tougher. You mainly only use the blade if you stand up on the section right over to the right there. But if not, you could just fight him down here and just treat him just like the Fallen Giant boss, or the Lost Giant boss. And all in all, not super tough. His swiping attacks are fucking tough. But past that, it's just a lot of careful of the stomps and then go to town on the legs. If you try to fight him up top on the oh yeah, right. He does get really close to his legs with the sword, but you got to be careful about that. If you do fight him up on the raised platform, he will always, like, not always, but he'll mainly use his sword, which can either be better or good if you're ready for it. But for me, I wasn't ready, so it murdered me a couple times. That's why I opted to just fight down here under the feet. I was really terrified because Drummond was about to die, and I didn't want to be left alone. Unfortunately, Drummond was actually not able to survive long enough to see me finally destroy the Giant Lord. But there we go. We killed him. Also, I should throw out here, how the fuck does time travel work? Because if we're into memory, how did we just kill something and then affect that thing and get items? None of this makes any sense, but then again, it is Dark Souls, so not like it matters. And if you put two and two together, we can now realize that this is right here is where we actually walk by as we're going to the Pursuer fight. So, holy shit, you know, making connections. We're going through the same areas we've been through before. So that's all we have to do. Once we get the kinship, we're basically done. But if you kill the Giant Lord and then return back here, making sure you have talked to him the first time, if you talk to Drummond a second time, you could actually get an item. So we get the Drangleic helm finally. So now we have the final, the whole set of the Drangleic armor, and now we get Holder of the Fort, which I believe means we just helped Drummond out and did all that good stuff. So that's about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and in the next one we are going to be ending the game, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.